Hey, what's up, man? This your boy. Fuck all that name shit. Read it in the descriptions. You know what it is. Welcome back to the Born Again Believers motherfucking show, man. Hey, you already know who in the building with me. I got my dog Superior G up in here, aka the mayor. What's good, bro? Yo, yo. Deuce One Fifth in the building. The champ is here. I can't wait till we get some investment money, man, so we can do some shit where when I introduce you, man, I hit the button and say, the champ is here. The champ. Because that nigga the motherfucking champ for real. In the background today, man, y'all might hear my son chime in. He might have a few things to say as well. We're going to keep him off the damn screen also. Shit. Today, man, before we get started, this is gonna give y'all a shout out. We're gonna call you Yamaraj today. Yamaraj. Yamaraj is in the house today. And bruh, you got anything you wanna let off, man, before I run down this list of things, man?
First of all, we missed y'all.
For sure.
Missed the shit out of y'all motherfuckers.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, we back, we here, we never going nowhere. Point blank period. We here to drop that knowledge.
Yep. Wake you ugly ass niggas up.
And today's subject, yeah, it just playing with so much shit that these motherfuckers done did to us and shit. So we just going basically through the steps. You know, basically the steps that, like the details, so to say.
Oh man.
You know, what they like really did to us, and these motherfuckers got heard to talk about. We don't need reparations and all that other shit. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, man. I don't want to hear that. Hey, they don't want to hear that shit. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, goddammit. Hey, they pulled themselves up by their motherfucking boot buckles. Nigga, you remember them big ass Thanksgiving buckles they used to wear when they was on them boats back in the day, nigga?
Women got boots still.
Yeah, they pulled theirs up. You know what they did? They pulled their bootstraps up by killing and taking and raping and killing again.
We did pull up on our own with nothing and shit. They burn that shit down.
Every time.
That's enough for it.
You talking about every time we build something up, they come burn it down?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's our fault in a way. That's our fault in a way because we got ambitious ideas and goddamn, we build up, but we don't never build up a defensive plan to protect it while it's in the process of being built or even while it's standing. Therefore, those on the outside that happen to peek and stumble upon it do just as history has shown over and over again, fall back and create a plan to conquer. Hey, I learned some new shit, man. See, we shouldn't even be talking about this shit yet, because we ain't goddamn made y'all laugh yet. But since we here, motherfucker, I just want to break down goddamn, when they get to trying to call you motherfucker anti-Semitic and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, if you look up the word anti-Semitic or even just the word Semitic, God bless you, man. If you haters out here, man, haters, man. Hey, you know, like you look at the word Semitic, man, in the Bible, man, that like all around, not even the Bible, goddamn, just all over the goddamn Google Earth. You look over all this shit Semitic, and it says nothing but, it shows nothing but black people, melanated people. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear anti-Semitic, because that's what the deep state stands for, right? They stand behind anti-Semitic, which is the war on all black and melanated people of the earth for the form of supremacy.
It called for calling them out on it.
Huh?
If they gonna do this shit, they have no choice. It's their nature. The devil's nature is to kill, pillage, destroy.
Kill, steal, and destroy, right? Collect that booty. And while they along the way, in the middle of combat, while all hell is breaking loose, they're gonna find some time to rape some booty. Yeah, they're gonna pull that thing out, man. They're gonna figure it out.
Male or female.
Huh?
Don't matter. I said male or female, don't matter.
Yeah, male or female, man. If you doubt that, go get the motherfucking that nigga said buck breaking. Hot damn. Hey man, go get the Willie Lynch letter, man. I'm gonna say this again. I know we probably said it when we first started out back in the day, but goddamn, all you melanated people need to read the Willie Lynch letter, especially you women folk. Not only read it, apply it.
My mom let me read the Willie Lynch letter, I want to say back in like 94.
94?
Yeah, that was back. My mom was really militant and shit. She ain't no more. She straight Christian, Jesus Christ and all that other shit.
Yeah.
She back to white, loving white Jesus, or whatever the fuck that shit's about.
Oh man. Hey, they.
Like in her early years, she's militant like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But she let me know the Willie Lynch letter and everything. She let me read it and shit. And the more I read it, like the more it makes sense.
Yeah.
Make an example out of the toughest motherfuckers and shit, or the motherfucker that's about some shit. Make an example out of motherfuckers.
Publicly.
And all the rest of them will fall behind and shit. Hence was the real reason why, you know what I mean, women will take care of their boys and shit before they take care of their girls.
Yeah.
They'll sell their girls out. Not all, but some.
That's terrible. That's terrible, man. Yeah, it's a certain time in life when that motherfucker need to pop that titty out of his motherfucking mouth. And trust in the seeds that you planted of knowledge within your child. And trust that the universe will allow people to come through that to continuously water it, bring those voila moments to them so they can be like, damn, I heard this before. Let me pay attention. And then, you know, just hopefully that it blossoms in them, man. You got to let the universe, which is the greatest teacher, which is life, handle its business. You know what I'm saying? After a while, we become deaf anyway to authority. We don't want to hear that shit. We just being respectful when we stand there and hear that shit. God damn it, you know what you got to do. If you don't get it off of what you already heard, the good Lord will compress your motherfucking ass until you wake up and grow a little bit. Make you actually come through concrete. So,
Hey, the reason why I do what I do and the reason why I am what I am is because I can't go against the creator. I ain't got the balls for that shit. I'm sorry.
man, you wanna know something? I'm about to tell the truth, man. I had some big ass balls back in the day, man.
Jesus.
I had some, what they call in San Antonio, los huevos, big balls. I blasphemed in my 20s, man. I blasphemed in my 20s twice. I ain't gonna tell y'all about the second time, but I will share the first time. See, I grew up a rebellious motherfucker, man. I hated authority from the gate. Like, I hated authority in the house, and I sure wasn't taking it out the house. I had a temper. My folks separated when I was 6. I ain't get no closure on the shit. I ain't know what the fuck happened. One day I'm here, the next day you niggas in this fucking period. So I grew up a little angry. I ain't want to hear shit out, you know. I was getting Kung Fu Joe'd in the crib, and I ain't want to hear the shit outside of the house. You know, outside of the house, nigga, it was open field for me. And just straight up, bro. Bruh, let me tell you. First off, My dad was like a second or third degree black belt back in the day when he was a young Thundercat. And I seen this nigga break bricks with his hands. You know, like stacking bricks up, nigga, and punch through the motherfucking things, you know.
Yeah.
And he was a jack of all trades, and he specialized in pimping. And the wholesale of pharmaceuticals. But he kept a 9 to 5 all the time. So this nigga even welded. This nigga was a jack of all trades, nigga. This nigga's a party animal. He'll throw a house party, man. And to this day, you'll see like 60-plus-year-old motherfuckers all the way up to 80, 90 years old, drunk as hell in this backyard falling in the pool. That's a ridiculous sight. This dude is amazing. So, I got a lot of game from him. A lot of things he told me. My dad didn't give me like corporate knowledge. He ain't had that. He was a baby when he would raise me up. You know, so the only thing he could give me was like, I remember the night before I went into basic training, he kind of like panicked. He like had me riding around with him through the whole city all night long, just riding around and just looking at me and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck wrong with him, you know? And then he pull over on the side of the road and then like spent 30 minutes just like emptying like every piece of survival knowledge that he felt like that I might try to walk into or mimic from what I've seen in him. Like everything that he felt like that I could take with me that could survive, because he like, shit, I'm about to lose my firstborn child to the world right now. I can't do nothing after the night. So one cool thing about that man I can say is a lot of the shit that he did tell me did save me in a lot of situations, a lot of aggressive situations at that. A lot of things he did tell me did give me foresight where I could see shit coming before it came.
Yeah.
And I've always given him like the, you know what I'm saying, a shout out on that one, man. Like, appreciate you on that, because that's all he had, you know what I'm saying, basically to give. And if that's all he got and that's all he gave all he had, then that's job well done enough for me. And I can go back and tell him that it worked.
Yeah, my pop told me a lot of shit. You know what I mean? My pop woke me up to a lot of shit. But then I woke him up to a lot of shit too.
Yeah.
Cause like you said, he learned in prison. I wasn't willing to take that sacrifice and shit. I'd rather learn on these side of the bars.
Yeah. I still ain't told that story. Fuck y'all, I ain't telling y'all. I ain't gonna get personal. Now, hey, but before we get deep right, I need you to tell these folks how and why you got your ass whooped yesterday, man.
Alright, first of all, you said it all wrong. I didn't get my ass whooped.
Hey, I made you sit up.
I didn't get my ass whooped per se.
Oh, okay. What had happened was.
I got my ass beat, like literally and shit, from the paddle. I think I told you that the last. I don't know if I told you the last show and shit when you hit me in the ass with the paddle. But anyway, the last show hit me real hard and shit. It's on YouTube. You really can't see it that clearly because the camera person was all the way on the other side of the ring. But you can damn sure hear it. And you can see me grabbing my ass afterwards, and the whole fucking building laughing.
Oh, man.
So, the show last night, because everybody kept asking me, how your ass feel? How your ass? How's your ass? I told them, shut the fuck up. How's your ass? Shut the So, I come to the show in a pair of D-pins.
Damn. That's it?
I had the D-pins on.
Hold on, cuz. Hold on, cuz.
It's still on right here.
Hold on, cuz. Hold on. You had on a pair of D-pins. Is that the only thing you had on when you went to the match?
Well, it wasn't right away. I came out, I sat with the crowd. I had my belt, I had my baby powder that I slapped people with, and I had my ass pillow.
Did you have your tights?
Yeah, I had my wrestling shit on. Yeah.
So, did you put the pin under the or over the tights?
I had the defense over the tights. Hey, yo. Wait.
That's what I was concerned about.
When they post this shit, I'm going to send it to you. And that conversation we'll have after you watch it.
I got a backbone because he got injured in the ass in his match before that. So he showed, they kept fucking with him all week. How your ass feel? He showed to the motherfucking wrestling match with his motherfucking depend diaper on. Cushion.
Nah, you want to ask some questions when you see it.
Oh, man.
But so I sat out there with the crowd and I booed all the good guys, the faces.
You booed him?
Oh man, I was heckling the shit out of these motherfuckers, man. Boo! He sucks! They chant their name. I'm like, no he doesn't! He sucks! I'm chanting his name. And then the motherfucker that did the shit to me, his match came out of that shit. Like, I got spanked like at least 3 times this shit by 3 different motherfuckers. Because I was talking shit to their match. And I turn around and shit. Because, you know, my family is right behind me. Like, yo, man.
Hold on. Let's talk about your family. So you had a couple surprises.
Alright. I sell tickets also to the show. Which is why I put the effort that I put into it to entertain these motherfuckers and shit. I came out there in some damn depends. I never wore a pair of depends in my fucking life. Ever. In fact, I laughed at people that did. So I guess, you know, what goes around comes around.
Baby Huey.
Who laughed at me? They call me diaper baby. It was crazy, man. And they throwing diapers in the ring. Pampers. They throwing Pampers in the ring. Baby Pampers and shit.
Oh, man.
Pampers out of here. Like I said, I can't even wait to see it, because I haven't seen it myself, but...
Hold on. You had family surprises.
I had family surprises. I had friends that came. I sold them tickets. And my pop and my brother came up and surprised the shit out of me. I didn't even know these motherfuckers was coming. But I posted the show. But I didn't know I was going to be doing all that shit. I had no idea. It was just supposed to be the ass cushion. But I said, you know what, I'm a little bit further.
See, man, that's why we need a non-contractual agreement, man, to be at your matches in case some shit go wrong. We can cause a distraction.
Oh, look, hey, look, man, it's one thing they do. They let me do me and shit. Like, they give me the freedom to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Because most of my ideas is good.
I think you need a couple of distractions.
Yeah.
I might need to make my debut, man. I'm gonna have to find the right outfit, man.
You down there in the wrestling capital.
Hey,
Shit.
I'm gonna have to find the right outfit and get in Titus O'Neil and see what's happening, man. Be like, oh, great one, train me.
Hey, look, you see my tights.
You know who Titus O'Neil is?
I represent all day.
Yeah, WWE wrestler, right?
That would be a pimp.
He like the unofficial mayor of Tampa. This motherfucker got a magnet school for boys named after him. Yeah. And I shave this motherfucker head and face 4 times a month. So I be talking shit to this motherfucker, like he be talking shit to me. One day I told him, I was like, bro, if you ever shoot an episode in Tampa, come fuck the barbershop up, bro. Like, come sit in a chair and get your hair shaved and shit right, and then like one of you, whoever you in a match with, walk in the gym like he about to work out and spot you, and y'all, he come over storming and shit, and y'all just get at it, snatch the motherfucking cape off and get at it. I'ma help you. I'ma reach out with my clippers and swing at his ass, try to cut his beard off before he, take me out. I know I got to get took out. I'm just a barber, but I gotta get mine too, goddamn. I ain't going out without a fight. He laughed like a motherfucker about that shit. Hey, that last fight you sent me where you fought old boy, man.
I'm laughing because the shit can actually come to the truth.
I'm telling you, I sent him your video, bro. That last belt match that you had where you won?
Oh, yeah.
Where it went down on old boy? Hey, bruh, I sent it to him, man. You know what? And when he come in, I don't even talk business with him like that. You know what I'm saying? I just basically let him just get his escape for that hour that he with me. You know what I'm saying? But I sent it. He seen it. That's all I can tell you. He know how to find you if something good come up.
Text me that show and shit. Hey, look, man, I still appreciate that. I don't care if he don't get back with me about it or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, you never know.
But that he took it from you, that's enough for me.
Yeah. And you know what? He be out your way and shit. He's a traveling man, so he's all over the place. So you never know. He might be out your way and be, may hit me one day and be like, yo, give me your man's number.
Hey, look, I come with it. If he's anywhere in central Pennsylvania, matter of fact, I go to Philly to see his ass.
I'm telling you. And he move around like that, bro. So you never know. If it's in the Lord's will, be it unto you if it be his will.
Hershey? Like whenever they come to Hershey, they come to Philly, they come to like Wilkes-Barre and all that shit. It's and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They're like the 4 main places that they come to.
That's east and west.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Man, it's been a minute since I've been up Hershey Park.
I'm about 45 minutes away from Hershey.
Damn. So, let's get back to this wrestling match. God damn it. I'm going to share my story too, you know what I'm saying? I got another update with y'all when I had to, okay, so, what type of technique did he use, man, that, enabled him to conquer you?
First of all, I fought the little guy. Like he was small as shit.
What?
But he a high flyer.
Nigga, you like 6'11".
Well, he about 5'2".
How you let a little nigga like that, man? You should be able to pick him up with one hand like that. Big as you is, goddamn.
He caught me off guard. Like I said, I was sitting out the crowd and shit, and they know my music hits. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know I was supposed to wrestle. Like, all right, I come out. He come out laughing and shit because I got my diaper on and everything. And she come out laughing and shit like real hard. So I talk shit back to him and shit like, oh, you must want to rumble and shit. just got your ass whooped. Let's go. So he just a little quicker and everything and shit. And I made one mistake, and he beat me.
Look, that motherfucker snuck him one in, huh?
Yeah, but it was one of my best matches though, actually.
See, man, this is why we need to be closer.
It was definitely probably one of my. It was either my first or my second most entertaining match, where like the crowd went crazy and shit. Because the first time the crowd went crazy and shit, I was in Pittsburgh. This was right before I went to Africa. And this is the second one and shit, when they called me Diaper Baby.
Disrespectful.
And my people ain't call me that. I think the little boy, my man grandson and shit, because my people brought him too and shit. He might have been saying it, but other than that, the rest of them, like the black people ain't saying this shit, but all the white people, yeah.
Well, damn. Well.
I know if I get it, baby.
Well. I'm talking about doing some amazing stuff. Like, I'm willing to risk it all, getting up on the top rope, man, and going all the way live with it, man.
Oh, man, I get on the top rope every chance I get. I ain't doing this match because, like I said, first of all, my entrance and shit, like my normal entrance,
yeah,
that was different too. But my ass is hurting and shit, so I had to, be a little tender and shit. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was.
I have to, I grew up, studying the great Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah.
And the great Jake the Snake Roberts. The great Junkyard Dog. The great, you right with Coco Beware. Don't ever forget about the Moon Dogs. I don't know if you know who the Moon Dogs are.
Moon Dogs is gone.
Do the homework. What's them brothers' name, man? They used to come in the ring, like,
the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers. Bruh.
Well, they were the sheep herders and shit back in WCW or NWA.
I'm trying to tell you. I got a little Rey Mysterio Jr. in me, though, man. If I get up on that turnbuckle, man, on the top rope, man, it's about to get crazy, man. I'm going to the hospital after the match, man, and get my knees checked out. But while I'm there, ass is getting kicked.
Hey, yo, when I was doing the frog splash and shit,
huh?
that was on stomach, because he's big.
Huh?
I said, when I hit Bo with the frog splash and shit, that was on stomach. He was big.
I know that hurt. Felt like you had your shit ripped open or stitches put in.
Actually, it ain't hurt me and shit. I landed on him. But,
hey, man, you need to, every one of your moves need to represent black power. Some of the most disrespectful counter moves ever created by a wrestler, man, of color. You need to do some shit, man, where, when they go back and study filming you, man, and they see this shit done upon a man, they don't even want to get to that point with you. They might become timid, like, when they get in the ring. You remember that fat-ass brother that was in the boxing ring, man, and then he had to fight this brother with them tight-ass cornrows. He ain't even had no hang time. But that motherfucker looked like he been getting hit in the face since he was 7. His shit look like steel. His face look hard as fuck. Huh? No, I'm talking about these two brothers that was in the ring. And then, goddamn, when they bagged up to go to their corner and the motherfucker ding the motherfucking bell, the fat motherfucker that got out the ring and walked all back to the locker room. Bruh, he took one look at his opponent. I'm telling you, that motherfucker face looked like, what's that nigga name? Not Magneto, but the silver motherfucker that just looked like steel. like his shit beat in place with a hammer.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know who you talking about.
He had the dot in the middle of his motherfucking head with a circle drawn around it. He was like God, like for real, huh?
And there was a tag team?
I think he was he on X-Men or was he on Marvel? Whatever that motherfucker was superior. You dig what I'm saying? He was a married man. I think he was a scientist and he motherfucking did something and that shit turned his ass into something. and the shit wasn't right. So look, before we get into this goddamn subject, you know I had my conversation with another white man.
Oh, yeah, this story. Yeah, you ain't telling me this shit.
I ain't even tell you.
I
I didn't even tell you, man. So, Friday, this crazy. 2 white men, 2 weeks in a row, on the same day of the week. And I'm gonna say this before I keep going. You know, I got a good friend out there named, we'll just say Mr. Carter. He know who I'm talking about, right? Mr. Carter from the DMV. He, you know, was one of the people that kind of convinced me to go ahead and take a dive at reading the Quran, right? So I started reading it a few weeks ago. And I'm going to say this about the Quran, right? I ain't going to say what I've gathered within it, but I'm going to say what I have seen with on the outside of it, right? I have not read that book every day consecutively. You know what I'm saying? I may have read it like 5 or 6 days in a row and then probably missed a day or two or even 3. You know what I mean? Come back and read it for a few more days again and then life will take over again and I feel like something's trying to pull me away from reading it and I miss a few more days. You know what I'm saying? But whenever I discipline myself to come back to it and start over again, those days be successful for me financially at work, and the energy around me, the vibrational frequencies be high as hell. You know what I'm saying? Those days that I found myself where I didn't discipline myself to get up and read that just a little bit, you know, it just take a little effort to let God know that you trying. I don't have to be a superhero and consume the whole book in one sitting, you know. But when I found that when I didn't discipline myself to read on, that damn, he ran out the door. I'm gonna say this anyway. When I found myself that I didn't discipline myself to read on, I found that my day, the energy of the day was low. I was motherfucking lazy, you know, sagging in my seat. I didn't have much traffic outside of what was already on my appointment book coming through my way. It was just a dead ass day. But every day that I picked back up and sat down in here in the morning, early in the morning, and start reading again, when I leave out this door, I have some of the best energy. I wake up feeling like I'm full of youthfulness, energized. I feel light. I don't feel any stress and any constrictions on me. I just get up and I roll, and the day be popping. I can go to work. Like if I read that book, I go to work, man, and don't have nobody on my appointment book, right? But as soon as I walk in the door, my appointment book will fill up like that. I noticed that in just a few weeks of reading. And while you was going, I was saying, like, when I didn't discipline myself to read it, that those days that I missed out on, that my vibrational frequencies around me and within myself would be extremely low. And I would have a bare minimal yet non-productive day down there. And I would be upset about it, like, what is happening? You know, like, so I'm just gonna say this.
I can see that happening and shit, you know what I mean? Because, like, you started reading it, so.
I started, and it's pretty much. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. You know, like it's for those that what I'm saying, that feel like they need that nudge, or been postponing on even moving off it. Like, go. I will say this: go read it. Start reading it. It's clear as hell and easy to process. It's an easy read. It's an easy read thus far.
The one I got is in Arabic and English. Like, most of the books I got is in Arabic and English. They old.
I'm not even like 100 pages in yet, you know what I'm saying? But like for the most part that I read, because I have read the Bible and several other books outside of the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's relative. They relate in certain ways where it's pretty much common sense. You know what I mean?
I know it got a lot of truth in it, but I also know it has some bullshit.
Oh, yeah. What don't have bullshit in it, but with that man's hand behind it?
Like, for instance, what goes around comes around. I know this too. Eye for eye. You know.
Tooth for a tooth, goddamn. Don't forget that part. I said, don't forget tooth for a tooth.
Yeah, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. Baseball bat, where's that? I know. I got that from Fred Sanford.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Baseball bat, where's that?
My grandfather used to be handed with a bat. That was his choice for weapon outside that rust-ass revolver he used to have in the bottom drawer. Hey, this man used to have my grandparents had a revolver so old at the house, bro, growing up, that the bullets was green. Them bitches had turned green. The casing and the heads on them, the heads of them were like white and green. It goes some crazy ass shit. Them motherfucking guns were so goddamn old. They was on a cowboy belt, like a nigga that ride horses and shit all across America and shit. Like, nigga, I'm talking about like 100 bullets, like you could put around that motherfucking belt and shit, nigga. That bitch wasn't gonna shoot shit. I don't believe that bitch is gonna shoot a motherfucker.
Every time we talked about war, it was always World War II, World War I. Something like that. It was never Vietnam and other shit like that, because I think that shit was going on at the time.
Yeah, niggas wasn't wearing belts like that back then. This was definitely cowboy era. This was definitely my great grandfather's gun. Definitely. So this gun is definitely born in the 1800s. And my daddy got that motherfucker to this day. And the double barrel rifles that came with it. One of the motherfucking rifles got a fucking rusty ass nail holding the wood buttstock to it. I would never want to shoot that motherfucker because I already know something gonna break.
That shit gonna blow up.
Man, that bitch gonna kick like a mule. That bitch gonna kick like a mule, gonna break something on the motherfucker, bro. Like, cause the motherfucking buttstock ain't steady. That bitch loose, got a fucking nail holding it together, man. I'm talking about a goddamn Daniel Boone double barrel, nigga, with the switch on the back where you flip that bitch over and put 2 shells in it. 2 triggers on the bottom of that motherfucker. Yeah, 1800s. Nigga, you shoot this motherfucker, the horse raised up on his back feet. Straight up, that bitch that loud. Yeah. My daddy got that shit. I hope he run that on down to me. I'm gonna get them bitches remodeled, rebuilt, recasted, everything back to original standing.
on me automatic. Got one already.
Bruh, if I can get my hands on that double barrel shotgun, that's all I need. I don't even need to aim. Just get in the direction.
I need something to walk around with.
Bruh, the barrel on that bitch so long. That barrel about to the front doorknob right there. If I hear that motherfucker out like this, that bitch will be touching the doorknob. That's how long that motherfucker is. A bit long. Like, damn. Say, so, you know I had it out with a white man. Again. And this time, I don't even know how this trouble happened to me. I just know that I had a great day on Friday, and I did read the Quran that morning, and I did go to work and didn't have none on my schedule and got booked completely out that day as soon as I walked in the building. Like that. And that motherfucker. And I came home feeling good. You know, I went and got my cheat meal on the way home, and snacking while I'm sliding. And when I get to the house, you know, in front of our building, they were working on the shingles on the roof, right? We got like those south of the border type of shingles down here in Florida, you know, that's made out of clay, those Mexican looking roof top looking deals. So they up there, you know, putting that shit on. And in the parking spaces that's in front of our building, and the last spaces is where they had like the pile of the shingles that they was moving up to the building, right? So at this time when I'm coming home, I see a white man in front of the other building next to us, and I see a Hispanic brother taking a bucket and like washing down the area where they had the pallets at because they were done with the work. So they was trying to wash all the debris down the drain, right? In the parking space where I normally park at is where they was washing down. So for the last 3 months, I've been parking in front of the other building just over the flower bed from the spot where I would park at, right? In the nearest spot at the next building. As I'm backing in, of course, I know the white man back there putting water in the bucket, but I don't think nothing because they not working on nothing over there, and that ground is clear while I'm parking at, right? I'm on the phone with my wife, man. And as I'm backing up, I can hear this white man grumbling, bitching about me. And my wife like, what he say? And I hear that motherfucker back there talking about some, I don't know why the fuck he parking over here when we over here making a fucking mess. I tell you about these motherfucking residents over here. And man, no, I ain't even get to put my shit in park. Like, I'm still coming back. I can hear this nigga in my car. He talking that loud. So, when I finally do it, I think I've slung the door over before I even threw the bitch in park. I had to, probably like a retard. I was so goddamn mad, so I had to flung the goddamn door open and then try to put that bitch in park and then try to get back to the door to get out there, motherfucker. First thing out my mouth is, who the fuck you talking to, man? You know, like, who you I said, I just got off work before I could even park my car and open up my door. It's a motherfucker behind me that don't know who I am in this car, and I sure the fuck don't know you, but you talking shit about me backing up in a place where I'm a resident and pay to park anywhere and live in this motherfucker, and you a motherfucking employee over here getting paid to be here. So this motherfucker huffed and puffed and talked his shit to me, and I'm just saying, and blah, blah, blah. So by that time, I don't want to hear no shit because you disrespectful anyway. And I tell him, basically, like, go fuck yourself, motherfucker. I'm a park right here, and I ain't moving my shit. What you should have did was been professional. When I opened up my door, you should have been like, excuse me, sir. Right now, we're doing a little bit of work over here, and I think that a little mess might get on your car. Could you please park somewhere else? But instead, you out here bitching and grumbling, and I don't know what the fuck going on, and you don't know who the fuck I am. What if I would have been somebody else that ain't got a car, that ain't got much time to talk, nigga, that's just gonna run off in your ass? So he's sitting there looking at me crazy after I say all this shit to him, and this bitch start huffing and puffing. This bitch charging up on me. This motherfucker took one step towards me, bruh. I took my backpack and slung that bitch around on my chest and grabbed that zipper and lifted that bitch up, put my hand in and said, bitch, I'll blow your ass off. Now, what the fuck you want to do? That bitch took 2 steps back, grabbed his cell phone and said, I need the police over here right now. I just had a guy threaten to kill me. I just had a guy threaten to kill me. I walk off and leave him out there. As I go in the house, you know, I'm talking to my wife on the phone, and my adrenaline's so high. I'm sure I'm not explaining it as it all the way went down. I'm sure I left out a few things, but y'all get the drift. My adrenaline was so high that when I got in the house, I was just pacing back and forth, and she was like, "You gonna calm down? You all right?" I said, yeah, I'm be all right. And I said, I'm just trying to sit here and wait on the motherfucking police. Because I know, like, you outside, you got my motherfucking license plate. If the motherfucking police do show up, it's got my address on it. So you going to come knock on this motherfucking door. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm not even, like, thinking, like, okay, go get in the shower, get comfortable, you know, put on some relaxing clothes. I just came home from work shit. I'm like, shit. Let me keep my motherfucking clothes on, because if these bitches come up here, I know they finna take my motherfucking ass to jail. It's gonna be a little cold in there. And I don't want to be fresh out the shower with my pores open, freezing in that motherfucker. You know, so goddamn. I sat up on the couch, man, after an hour or so. Nobody showed up. Then it was a knock at the door. It was my freaking son. So I go let him in and tell him the goddamn story, and he say, shit, ain't no police out there, ain't nobody out there at all. I went ahead, jumped in the shower then, and got to decompressing. But I told that man straight up, like, bro.
I don't know how the fuck they need to try your ass.
I don't know, bro. I told that man, I said, man, y'all got to be careful how y'all talking to us black folks, man. We on edge, man. Don't y'all know that y'all done, like, got us to the point.
Motherfuckers going at the soft target.
And look, my wife on the motherfucking phone. And she like, yeah, he was itching for a scratch. She said, maybe he got something going on with his family, or maybe something happened on the job or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely was completely out of pocket, bro. Nigga, you an employee, nigga, man. You should never be talking about a resident over here, nigga. You should be doing your motherfucking job with glee. With glee, nigga. Cause where we stay at, nigga, it ain't cheap to live over here, man. These motherfuckers, if one of these motherfuckers, the right motherfucker over here, call up to that damn front office and talk about your motherfucking ass, your job is done.
I don't know no cheap places in Florida.
I ain't.
I don't know no cheap places in California.
Nigga,
I don't know no cheap places in New York.
Even the poor places where, you know, niggas call the hood is expensive. It is. They paying about $800, and you know these people that still working like minimum wage jobs.
Yeah.
Born in Florida, so they gotta hustle.
Yeah, trying to pair up and shit. Motherfuckers in relationships they don't want to be in and shit. Cause they gotta be
bruh, niggas out here surviving. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking and don't even want to fuck. But they know they gotta fuck because I got a roof over my goddamn head type shit.
And my ass over here taking care of other people's kids.
That shit like that, like you go down to Miami, bro. This motherfuckers down there living in little old ass motels and shit that you can pay for about a day or about a week. And most of them like cold blooded ass, you know, on the outside physically women. You know what I'm saying? Because they all down there looking for a sugar daddy or a motherfucking athlete or somebody with a lot of goddamn money that can goddamn change their life based off their looks and they talents in the bedroom.
Talents and ability.
Yeah, the same talents you get for free down the street.
TNA, talents and ability.
Talents and abilities, man. That what they call it. That what y'all call it? This y'all generation, the Gawk 3000 Twister.
I don't talk to you.
I think that's what they call Derby these days.
Kentucky Derby.
No, back in the day, we used to call a certain talent Derby. If you think about how a horse look when it run, and if you look at his neck when he running, imagine what it look like. He acted like that. That Derby. I just talked about something, man. I thought of something from the 80s. Hey, you go back home, you meet like folks like my father age and shit that kick it right here. If they get drunk and they get to talking to these young brothers that show up at the house, man, they be like, oh, you got a new girl, what that Derby like? I'm telling you.
They just say neck and stuff.
Yeah, they look, them old folks got some old language, man, some old ancient language, man. Yeah, man, but maintenance had pulled up, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling maintenance asked me, is everything all right? I said, yeah, everything's straight, man. I just said, man, he got a motherfucking mouth on him and he need to control that shit. Like, be a professional.
Mm-hmm.
That's it in a nutshell right there. You can feel a certain type of way about your day on your job and shit like that, right? But those that's around you, if the standard is such, you should have enough discipline to keep your emotions, bottled into yourself instead of people like me pulling up and having to get out of here you directly talking about me, and I don't even know your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Especially you white and shit, you come at me all aggressive and shit.
The bruh took 2 steps towards me. My wife, I think my wife's on the phone said, oh Lord. The nigga took 2 steps towards me, man. I just snatched that bag around. I was like, well, it is what it is. But this motherfucker jumped on the phone so fast, said, I need the police now, man. Just threatened to kill me. How do we get to that point? That's the part you need to be telling on the phone.
It was your skin color, first of all. And you was prepared because, like, I guess you was supposed to let him walk up on you and do whatever the fuck he's going to do.
We can't do that.
Well, we know that, but obviously he didn't. And you see what the fuck happened.
It is some people that will allow another person to walk up on them and just grab them. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you see that shit coming and you ain't break that nigga nose.
I'm pulling out some iron, but it won't be a gun.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stick a nigga or something. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with stabbing a nigga. Like, man.
Yeah, they still doing that.
Yeah. You know how much control you got over a man once you jug his ass one time? Like a joystick, like you playing motherfucking PlayStation. That bitch gonna go left, right, up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start on your motherfucking ass. Whatever you do with your wrist while you holding on that blade, that motherfucker gonna do. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man. Let's, white America, sit y'all ass down and calm down, man. Y'all gonna fuck around and make us open you up, man. You gonna make us open you up, man. Y'all better go sit down somewhere, man, before y'all get cut into, man. Niggas ain't playing. Everybody ain't going. Today, like we promised, right, bro? Like we promised, man. I think We're gonna be able to get this out right here and piss everybody off and leave y'all with something to think with on a Monday. Um, like we promised, we did show back up today to give y'all the Devil's Punch Bowl. Basically, the Black Holocaust of Natchez, Mississippi, upon African Americans down there, post Civil War, post slavery, I would say. You got anything you want to say about Devil's Punch Bowl, man, before I start issuing the facts?
I think it was a subject that we need to touch on because most of us don't know about it. People in Mississippi know about it, but most of us don't know about it. Like, they did a whole lot of shit to us, details and shit with, like, and we bring it up and shit. You know, we brought up the alligator farm. We brought up, you know, well, I don't think we brought up Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We did bring up Tulsa.
Okay. And we brought up Operation Black Messiah and everything and shit. Like, we are attacked in so many different ways, and they keep importing more people in here to attack us also.
Yeah. That's impersonating somebody else when they completely somebody else.
The countries that they come from and shit, they don't like niggas over there either and shit.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
It's other put under practice white supremacy.
Man, y'all get ready, man. This shit gonna piss y'all off, man. Y'all get ready, this shit gonna piss y'all off. Y'all get ready, this shit gonna piss y'all the fuck off. The Devil's Punch Bowl in Natchez, Mississippi. Confederate disaster and propaganda campaign. These are basically like retaliation moves by those angry ass motherfuckers of the Deep South, the Confederates. Basically despising our freedom, despising our presence, and probably anger of the lack of their production since we did get free, and just issuing out some just pure mutilation. You know what I'm saying? It says here, was the Devil's Punch Bowl a concentration camp in Natchez? What's your opinion on that? You think it was a concentration camp?
That's exactly what it was. They see what it was. It was a bunch of free slaves that basically they didn't have nowhere to put them. They didn't feed them. They didn't, do shit. They just let them sit there and rot and shit. Like they got people and all the shit grew on top of the shit. And fruit and shit still grow out of that shit, but it's grown out of the fertilization and the soil and shit from niggas, basically.
Yeah.
Former slaves. Well, former free slaves.
Yeah.
But we can't get reparations. We can't get nothing. We can't get nothing of this shit from motherfuckers that ain't from here and shit, you know what I mean? As long as they lighter than us and shit, they get whatever the fuck they want.
Straight up.
And the thing is, the motherfuckers can't even vote, but they want to ask for the black vote.
Damn.
And the crazy part is, the majority of us are stupid and shit, and we give it to them.
That's crazy. It says here, the executive summary is, to tell it accurately, is to say it was a humanitarian crisis manufactured by bitter slaveholders who pushed blacks towards death and desperation, yet wanted it all to be blamed on anyone else approaching Union forces abolishing slavery. American soldiers liberating Natchez from the Confederacy found opulent mansions stocked full of food and supplies. Thousands of blacks at the mercy of wealthy slaveholders were forced into harsh weather, practically unclothed, and at starvation levels, requiring refugee camps and quarantine to stop spread of suffering. The long form of it is one of the more annoying 1870s disinformation campaigns by remnants of the Southern Confederacy is to blame their own humanitarian disasters on liberating armies. Devil's PunchBowl in Natchez, Mississippi is one such example. Many thousands of slaves intentionally malnourished and denied basics like clothing or education were pushed upon Union forces, then fraudulently written into movies and books as entirely a Union disaster. For some, perspective consider when concentration camps of Nazi Germany were liberated, many prisoners died immediately or soon after. Nobody I know ever blamed Auschwitz death after liberation on Allies. Yet in terms of the Civil War, it is common to hear the Union humanitarian efforts blame the Confederate slave deaths around Natchez. And it says at least 500 of the 4,500 patients died, many from refeeding syndrome or a lack of sanitary facilities. So, I imagine we might have been pissing and shitting on the same floor that we might have been standing on.
Basically the same shit we was going through and shit when we came over here on the slave ships.
Yeah.
Same shit.
It says,
I've put on the way in and you had to deal with shit on the way out.
Shit crazy. It says, I've met personally with survivors and liberators of Nazi concentration camps who described tragic events to me, such as a starved prisoner dying from care, eating a real meal too excitedly/quickly, something well known to anyone familiar with shipwreck history. The first intake of food proved fatal for many prisoners, too weak from starvation to digest it. The road to recovery would be long and painful, so goddamn, bro. So they saying Nazi concentration camps, like they starved them motherfuckers out so bad that when they did get a real meal, they ate so motherfucking fast and they were so motherfucking weak that they couldn't process or digest the food in fast enough time, or even at all, that they just collapsed and died.
That whole situation was fucked up, man.
As I hear, as I read shit, it says again and again, nobody says Allies were killing the liberated German slaves, yet that's the talk track created by Confederates after the Civil War about black American slaves. The real story of Natchez is that it was one of very many camps set up to handle a refugee crisis that had been strategically manufactured by the Confederacy. After a long and brutal war started by the Southern Confederacy to perpetuate slavery, their former slaves, totally dependent by design, were in desperate state. Oh my God, we were so motherfucking weak that we didn't even know which way was left or right. We didn't know how to take the first step. We needed massa. In need of immediate food, shelter, clothes, education, etc., where none had been before. Man, them motherfuckers done stripped us and sent us out butt naked.
And we still did Reconstruction.
It says, if image technology in the 1800s had been as advanced as it was in the 1940s, it's almost certain General Grant would have done something with film as General Eisenhower did at the end of World War II. This shit look crazy, man. Now they showing a goddamn picture. I gotta show y'all the picture, man. After I read this, it says, when Eisenhower, then commanding general of the Allied forces in Western Europe, learned of the concentration camps, he sent in film crews Before the release of the photos to the public, people heard about the tragedy of the Holocaust and they heard statistics about it. But suddenly, to see the degradation of human life to such a degree just sort of turned the whole world's head around. Photography was also crucial in highlighting the injustice of the Jim Crow South. And here's exactly what they mean by using an example of the Associated Press. So I'm going to show you, just like today, how you motherfuckers see shit going on out here and about, and you pull your motherfucking phone out and you start motherfucking recording and shit like that, and instead of putting that bitch in your back pocket and joining in and kicking some ass to get somebody up off somebody's ass that's potentially dying, niggas back in the day was in the midst of destruction going on amongst our community with motherfucking cameras, being Time Magazine and shit, taking pictures like this. And then posting it in the newspaper for the world to see. Can you see this, brother?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you know, there's tons of shit out there like that. Man, I look at that shit like they some motherfucking suck-ass niggas to sit there and try to film and photograph abuse, period. Where there should be a place where a heart should rest, where somebody got enough nuts to be like, this shit ain't right, and to make the next move to break the shit apart.
Man, the whole country knows this shit ain't right, but in order for white supremacy to exist, you need black-owned culture.
I wonder how many cowards watch this motherfucking podcast, bro. You ever thought about that? I wonder how many cowards watch this motherfucker. I wonder how many motherfuckers over here really weak as motherfucking a wet tissue and goddamn using us for motivation to try to create some type of man about yourself.
Honestly, I don't even give a fuck, man.
Peace. I'm with you.
When they talking to the cowards and shit, you know what I mean? Talking to the warrior.
That damn Bill time.
Talking to the warriors out there. When they talking to the cowards, and for real, it ain't even that many of them to be concerned.
Hell no. We just need those ones that's really 100 to just get the fuck up, man. Get the fuck up, man.
The truth is always going to expose everything, no matter what.
That's why we keep digging. You know what I'm saying? And try to keep pumping out as much facts as possible with the hopes that it'll flip a switch in your ugly ass. Like, I know this shit sound dry, like it always show like us on the losing end of the stick.
That's why the higher ups in your state is trying to get rid of history.
Hey man, fuck them niggas. By the time they conquer that shit, it should be the dog ages again.
We waiting on one protest.
One
protest goes out, I can start one.
One protest. One big boy protest. Hey, you know, they passed that law down here in Florida where if your ass in the street protesting, motherfuckers can run your...
They passed that shit, what, like 2-3 years ago?
Hell no. That probably was like a year ago. Well, I guess at the height of everything, maybe 2021, something like that.
That shit happened when Trump was in office still.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
They passed that bitch fast as fuck, though. Let me keep pumping some of this shit out. Pause. Refugees of...
That shit happened after the George Floyd shit.
Immediately. Except for the George Floyd African American crime bill. That ain't happened fast enough. It ain't happened yet.
If they really wanted to stop the bullshit, it's a simple ass fucking move. But they're not gonna fucking do it.
They won't. And it's really just stop.
No. Like one simple move. Make racism in America illegal. It's one simple fucking move.
Yeah, I would say black people just stop. Just don't get up. Just don't go to work. Just
They
stop.
don't like it. Well, we gotta stop spending money with these motherfuckers.
Just stop. Just stop doing anything.
Boycotts always work. Economic boycotts always work.
Everybody go home. Just stop.
Spend our money with ourselves.
Man, Farrakhan been saying that shit long as I've been breathing. Niggas still ain't got it yet. They go in a black store and be like, "Can I get a discount?"
And motherfuckers ain't been listening.
Because they don't want to see a motherfucker up higher than them. When they don't understand, if you build that motherfucker up, that motherfucker come back and build the neighborhood up. Nigga, if the neighborhood get built up, that means you get built up through opportunity. Dumbass nigga. Dumbass niggas. You niggas is some dumbass niggas, man. Y'all. Dumbass niggas, man. This man been trying to tell us for the longest, man. Maybe he ain't had the correct words to use to say it the right way to where we could receive it, pick it up, and run with it. But, man, God gave us a brain for reasoning, too. You can hear something and filter through it and reason and try to get a drift of what's really going on. But no. We've been,
those motherfuckers want to be followers, man.
Man, we've been sitting back stacking our money up like that shit's gonna make us rich. When the name of the game is flipping. You ain't got no street knowledge. You gotta know how to flip your money. But the key is finding a legal flip that's gonna guarantee you some return. And that's hard to find.
And the motherfuckers that do want to lead and shit, most of them got their own agendas and shit. They not worried about the whole. Like us, we worried about the whole. And we ain't really too worried because we know most of us ain't gonna fucking make it and shit. So we ain't really worried at all and shit. But that don't mean the creator didn't put us out here and shit to go to work.
You know what I'm worried about?
No matter what, we gotta do his will.
I heard in the song Rebels.
I ain't about to be punished and shit for not.
They come back.
Mm-hmm.
I got dang, only thing I'm concerned about right now, outside of increasing my stash of rounds, is getting me a motherfucking axe so I can cut me a bitch in half when it's time for the war. Asshole appetite. Yeah, one swing.
Because once it starts, it's not going to stop.
Once it starts, Hey man, also before we get back to this shit, let me tell y'all, allegedly, it might, I believe it's fact though, but allegedly, January 1st, 2023, Illinois is no longer detaining people that second-degree murder, manslaughter, kidnapping, private rape, etc., etc. I know, like, along the line, y'all can look it up, but basically, like, the state of Illinois is opening up the gates for the purge.
They don't want to do that here, because if they do that here, I'm not going to be still.
Bruh.
I'm getting my daughter.
It's like,
I don't think you're really allowed to carry in Illinois and shit, so yeah, they're gonna go for the unarmed
bruh,
first.
the whole state is about to be like open season where, like, if they call the police on you for a crime, they ain't gonna have cash bonds no more, bruh. So, like, if you get caught up on some extreme charges like what's listed, I don't know the book by hand, I'm just writing down a little bit for y'all to go back and find all of it. It's basically gonna be like open season with no motherfucking punishment, no trappings. And what better place to start than Chirac? Why can't we start in Utah? You know what I'm saying? Montana.
Yeah, practice on the niggas first.
Arkansas. Can we start in Arkansas?
They will.
Can we start in East Texas?
Sorry, can't do.
South Georgia.
I think that'll be a big hell now.
North Florida. North and Central Florida.
I say that will be a big double hell now.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
We're going the wrong direction.
I'm just saying. Well, we got to start, where the niggas at, Let's start with, this remind me of gay debate.
They don't want to sweat here.
This remind me of gay debate. When we talked about gay debate, and goddamn, we were like, why the fuck y'all going over here to our house, knocking on our door, asking for our children when y'all done bust them weak ass, 6 ether ass nuts back at the crib and got your own kids? Why you ain't go get your own kids and
Goddamn son of a bitch, that's not the goddamn plan.
Well, you sound like Dave Chappelle when he Tyrone Biggums. What's that nigga named Tyrone Biggums? Is that what it is?
You niggas got to go.
Hey, and then what he say? White power.
We just can't tell you that.
I bet they want to give my stuff back.
Not directly, hell no.
That would have to grab.
Hey man, this show crazy today. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you today, man, we got a lot of chatting today. I ain't even got down to the meat and the potatoes of the fuckery. But let's see. Let me run through this shit. God damn it. Refugees of labor/concentration camps were essentially hostages of white police states of the South, afforded little or nothing to survive on their own because that would threaten the very existence of slavery. Any concept of a capable black man, let alone a soldier, for example, was completely anathema to existence of the Southern Confederacy. So forget about whether or not anyone has ever heard of an enslaved man picking up a weapon on the battlefield or wearing a uniform and marching with the army. No Confederate saw any of this as reflecting service as a soldier. So basically, you still a nigga. Fuck you. Back to the fields, nigga.
That's the point. Now you get it.
Yeah, back to the fields, motherfucker.
Goddamn son of a bitch.
Crazy. Whether or not blacks saw themselves as emancipated or were eager for military protection, they were treated by their former captors as escapees and used intentionally. Natchez businessmen were undeniably in a business of what Union soldiers all observed as profiteering upon human suffering, getting gained by the oppression of the poor, the weak, or the defenseless. Man, stop this defenseless shit, man. We all know how to kick some ass. The cowards.
You're gonna be putting heads on spikes.
Man, I'm gonna cut some of you niggas' heads off when it go off, man. I'm just telling you right now, man. I'm gonna cut some of you niggas' heads off, man, and I'm gonna roll it down the hill of mud.
And they're not gonna come alive.
Like I said, man, we highlight the real shit, man.
When the day come to get funky, I'm gonna fuck a lot of you niggas up. I'm gonna fuck a lot of you. I know who fake. I'm gonna fuck a lot of you niggas up. Or when it come down to the race war, I will be on the front line, Lord willing. I get to throw the first bullet. And we don't even want no motherfucking race war. We really want y'all ass to go sit the fuck down and leave us motherfucker alone and let us do our thing, man. But if that shit come down with it, man, always choose blackjack. We don't lose. I always bet on blackjack. Don't play. Anything else go against that is completely whack.
Ain't gonna be no race war and shit. They gonna kill each other first.
Yeah, and the few that's left over, we're gonna rampage their ass. And I know a couple of brothers that come up with me. They can't wait to reproduce with y'all women so they can turn them back black again. Yeah. All it takes is 2 generations. Be black as a motherfucker. 2 generations. Nigga, we'll knock them curls out in a second.
Huh? I got a 24-year-old and I got a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Hey, you been out there bearing good fruit.
I'm out here.
You fruitful, man. Hey, you know what? These motherfucking dingleberries of mine put out some good seed too, man, in my day.
I got a bunch of women on Facebook, so.
You got a bunch of women on Facebook?
Yeah.
Fuck them, man. Hey, man, fuck them bitches, man. You better go look how they dressed. How they communicate. You would?
I don't even do the online dating thing and shit.
Save it for the day of.
I got to
reproduction. The earth needs to be repopulated. Hold your pistol back for
I
that.
just gotta make sure which one's gonna do it and which one's not.
Glory.
That's all I need to know.
Hey, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. The Lord has blessed us to be fruitful.
Yeah.
Between me and you, we might be looking at about 10 of them. And if we bring the angry black man in, we might be looking at about 15 of them.
Well, I got my 5 that are possible, so.
Hey, these trees bear some fruit. Hey, man, this is a blessed group right here, man. We the best of fruit, man. I'm trying my best at this age not to ever. I'm glad I got a wife on the same page as me. We do not want to start over again raising kids at this age, bro.
I'm already there, so.
Yeah, you see, I'm surprised your factory is still working, man. It should be blowing dust instead of smoking out the damn chimney.
Hey, man, I'm accidentally celibate right now.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I'm accidentally celibate right now.
Hey,
Shit's not on at all.
you the type of nigga that'll trip over a cordless phone wire and fall right into some tail.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I got you down. You the type of guy, you got so much sauce, man. You know, you got everything. You got everything that a woman could, like, if she had to build a nigga, you might have every component that come with it, man. You know, you got height, you got 17 years worth of hair, you got a bicep big as a motherfucking honeydew melon. This nigga got a bicep big as a honeydew melon. You hear me? Nigga, outside of your regular hustle and grind, you whoop ass professionally for entertainment, and people pay you to kick their ass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, and sometimes, you know, I got to reword my words. I can't say you got your ass whooped. You my dog, you know. But it's Southern dialect. If you lose, man, automatically you got your ass whooped, man. If I lost a fight, man, I'll be like, man, I got my ass whooped, man. Man got me. Huh?
I got my ass beat.
I'm just gonna say, Superior G got touched up. Hey, Barbecue chicken.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Hey, man, that's the clean way to say it, man. You know, like I don't want to ever, you know, like it's power in the tongue, bro. I don't ever want to be like my dog lost, my dog will lose. You know, like I'd rather just say, look, my dog got touched up, man.
Sure. If you speaking the truth, you speaking the truth. I ain't
Hey,
like that.
hey, man. Hey, you got down, you know, no bruises, no swelling, no blood. He just was a little, you know, the 5 foot nigga was a little swift. He was a little swift. Had I been there, I would have helped. See, I gotta figure out like the military need to get at me, man. Man, fuck that. Sleepy Joe, Kamala. Y'all know my number. Hit me, man. I need to holler at y'all about being able to hit a wormhole to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and surrounding areas when there's a wrestling match on. So in case my dog getting touched up, I can get him untouched. Kamala, you know what it is. Ski wee, hit me. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Jim Crow Joe. No, we don't. Hit me, nigga. Hit me. Niggas ain't gonna. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if this bitch right now though? Them niggas got my number. They know what's up.
I know you got your number.
Call me, man. Get at me, man. Let's talk propaganda. Let's talk about it. Huh?
I said, I know he got your number and shit. I know that shit.
Yeah.
Got all our numbers.
Hey, man.
But
Hit me, Jack. I'll hit you back.
he was talking up black ass.
My days.
You're controlling my algorithm anyway. Hey, let's just talk about it. All of it. I want to talk about all of it. Get at me, Jack. You got my number. I ain't gonna call it out online. I might have some heathens pursuing me. You never know who out there looking at me, licking their chops like, and
And
shit.
when you come up with some ideas on how to destroy us and shit, then you might get that phone call.
Hey, man, I ain't got no idea on how to destroy nobody. I just know how to kill.
I'm a little mic on you.
I know how to.
I know how to kill, man. I told y'all a couple videos back, man. You know, if you want to learn how to reason, you go see King Khan. If you want to learn how to be upset and stay upset, you know, that can go between me and an angry black man. If you want to learn business, definitely go to Angry Black Man. I ain't got no business for your motherfucking ass. The word that I got started with a B, but it ain't business. That bitch is bullet. Goddamn. If you want to goddamn get a goddamn motherfucking entertainment, you know what I'm saying, and get that goddamn some PNG. But if your motherfucker there want to learn how to kill, motherfucker ain't want to learn how to kill. I'm the man you need to get at. And the only person that's going to give you that phone number is Kamala and Joe. They the only one that on the line that got my number right now. We ain't giving out no number. Goddamn. If you want to get us in the deal, at the Born Again Believers MF on IG. Holla at us. I should have said this an hour and 30 minutes ago, but click like, hit share. Hit the motherfucking bell so when some real niggas come on, you motherfuckers know we in the highs. Man, you hear me? I ain't even got down to the meat and potatoes of this shit, but I ain't no long-winded ass nigga. So in a nutshell, this what the fuck happened, man. In a nutshell, this what the fuck happened, man. The Del Pumbo, man. These folks that had a couple of valleys, you know what I'm saying, where they had sectioned off, and they built up like fencings. And I think they used most of nature, but they also built fencing around it where there was no way of escape once issued in it. And I think the blindfold conversation of it all was, you know, they flooded Natchez, Mississippi. I think they might have had like a couple of thousand people there before everybody moved there, and then I think it jumped up to like a little over 1 million or something like that. They hit that town, and they ain't had no room for everybody. So the natural stance of the law enforcement and military was, okay, we got to find somewhere to place these people. Kind of like, you know, you seen the movie Scarface when these, you know, Castro said, "Get your ass on the boat. You want to get the fuck up out of here. This Chan right now, bitch." So they sectioned off some areas and fenced them off. And basically, once you believed that you was going to be transported to these areas until there was something set up, a plan or something set up to, you know, move you forward on in life so that you could survive and live, basically, that was a dupe. And they brought your monkey ass down there and locked your ass up and didn't give you no food, no clothes, no shelter, no nothing. And you just basically suffered through the elements and starved and died. So,
they don't like y'all black ass.
yeah, you know, and I completely understand why y'all will do any and everything to stay in power, because you definitely don't want this 500-year ass whooping that we got built up for you motherfuckers.
Because we will just keep coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be death on death on death until we wipe every one of you motherfuckers off the face of this
That's
bitch.
why everything's so...
We're going to keep on, but you know what? You can't even count how many kids in the continent of Africa, man. It's 54 countries, man. You can't even count how many kids. We busting nuts like a mother. Let's just talk about Africa alone. 54 countries, bro. In one continent, bro. You can't count them children. We don't die, we multiply. Bitch, as far as the transatlantic slave trade go, fucking Brazil, South America houses the most niggas in the world outside of Africa.
They showed in movies what happens to us. We just come back to life.
We just keep on coming back. We fucking. The Lord told us to be fruitful. All of y'all out there fucking that's being on child support, man, embrace that shit. That's part of the Lord's plan. We need more of us here that we cannot go.
Slavery was supposed to kill us off.
Get it up and get it out.
And one is good enough for me.
It killed everybody else off.
Amen.
I'll just come back protecting her.
We
But-
built different.
Get on that baba root.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I laugh 'cause I know.
Get on that baba root and that tiger bone. Hey, Mayu, what do you know about tiger bone? Get on that tiger bone. And put it out there. Those of you with vigor, youth, young, like Rottweiler. You heard Lennox, hard like Rottweiler.
Because when women allow me to have children with them and they'll be allowed to take care of it without me being there, that's a danger.
Bruh.
And they're going to be...
You
knowing
know
what's
what you
going
need?
on.
You don't need one of these motherfucking lapdog women out here.
And I don't chase those.
You know what you need? You need a warrior princess.
That's why the women that know.
You need a woman that ain't scared to cut a motherfucker open.
That's why the only one I have now is just one. And she know where she lives. And she's ready to move.
You need a woman that'll cut a bitch in half.
And she wanted to cut Brittany in half. Too.
Oh man.
So I know.
See what I'm saying? You gotta, if you get shot in the shoulder, right, she gonna pick up your rifle and shoot that motherfucker and cuss you out the whole time while she shooting. She gonna be like, get your bitch ass up. That's just a fucking flesh wound.
And I have one and she's ready.
That's what you need right there. You need a warrior. In these days and time, this is revelation. You don't need nothing sexy. I don't give a fuck if that motherfucker look like Angel Mom. If that motherfucker take good care of you.
And my woman good.
She good.
Sexy.
Sexy.
And everybody gonna be upset too when she moved down here.
Well,
And she got a baby too.
Well.
And I'll be protecting both mine and hers.
Well. This, hey, I'm just saying, you need you know, you know, hey man, you know, my wife, your mom, she's a natural with a 44 Magnum. That made my love grow for her. Like,
I want to get a stronger handgun too, so
you know, even higher. My love grew even higher for her. When I seen her hit that head on that target, I said, you know what? She might be all right, man. Now the next thing I need to do is convince her to go on a hunting trip to see if she'll kill an animal for real.
Cause I know once mom goes down, she'll love to go hunting.
She,
She'll love to go fishing.
where's she from?
She live in Missouri.
Okay, so she a Midwestern girl. She
And she
grew up
white.
in the woods.
She white. And
Well,
she
you
has a
keep
child
on. You
with her.
just keep on, don't you?
And she been waiting for me for years. 4 or 5 years. Since I've been in Florida, I've been knowing her. That's almost 15 years.
No, damn.
And she ready to move once I have my own place.
Well, damn.
Once she move, once I have her, it start.
Glory.
And she waiting for me.
You about to make me a granddaddy to two.
And she know everything going on with it.
I'm making a granddaddy to two,
And
man.
her baby.
Y'all
daddy
hear
try
what
to
I'm
keep
going
us,
through? Y'all hear what I'm going through, man? This man
And they not ready.
made me a granddaddy before I got gray hair.
Even if I gotta pick up my child and drive to Missouri.
And I
Hey,
ain't
so
no,
I got the gray hair first.
hey, I ain't no spring chicken either, man. Hey. Ain't no spring chicken, man.
And this is why I'm here.
Black don't crack. Shit. Yeah, man. Man made me a granddaddy, man, to a beautiful little girl, man. You know what? I think she do be shy of me, man. I think your mom might be right about that because she always gives me attention when it's time to go. She can feel when it's time to go, and then she be like, and she always gonna be my little bag of potatoes. Cause that's what she feel like to me when I pick her up, man. She got her bones are heavy. She a solid baby, but she ain't that big of a child. That's what's crazy.
And she knows what's going on, and she's playing dumb.
Shit, I don't think I'm gonna be a granddad no time soon. So.
Hey, that time that I saw her with the driver license, we was laughing. We was like, that girl too smart. Hey, but look, man, this what happened in Natchez, man. Basically, they set up a prison camp. I think that's the right way to say it. They set up a prison camp and placed us in that motherfucker, man, and starved us out, so on and so forth. And hundreds of thousands of us died throughout that, man.
And they still buried there to this day.
Still buried there. So,
I know a bunch of white dudes that's ready too. And I got one that work in generators. He work with generators, so once we move, I'm gonna make sure I find him to bring him and his people.
and that's just, that's about all I got, Superior. Just want to toss out some sauce, man. Keep y'all on edge, man. Let y'all know who the true enemy is. Don't never forget that shit. Don't never get comfortable. Stop going back to sleep. Fight the motherfucking spell,
And
man.
that's the word, and it's the people that have been
Right, they ain't gonna stop killing
in
us.
the shadows.
Or trying.
Yeah, stay alert, stay alive, man. Complacency kills, man.
And we know it.
Some people up north say trust no one. I say watch everybody, motherfucking ass. Watch everybody, motherfucking ass. Especially in these days and times. Niggas ain't straight like they say they is. You got anything you want to add on, bruh?
Hey, look, man. Like I said, this is one of them subjects and shit. We dealing with details.
Straight up.
Of
Amen.
what's going on and shit, and the hatred that they had for us.
Amen. Hey, also, before I go, The only queen we acknowledge is Latifah. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that old ass dragon that sat up there on that motherfucking throne for goddamn 70 years, ruling and upholding, upstanding motherfucking colonialism with an iron fist and shit with a scaly ass reptilian draconian ass. Fuck that ugly ass bitch, man. Little Miss Muffet sitting on her tuffet looking ass bitch that goddamn went over to Africa and goddamn toss food out all on the ground like you feed pigeons and shit before black kids and adults and shit, and they rushing and running to get the food off the ground while she stand over there like she in fucking Central Park. Fuck that black ass, ugly ass, dragon ass, bad breath ass bitch, little leg ass bitch, square heel wearing ass bitch, little body ass motherfucker, tubby bitch. Hey, fuck you, man, for going over there to Africa, man. And them folks discovered diamonds in the goddamn Sierra Leone. And you had them motherfuckers dig the world's largest diamond out that you called the Star of Africa, motherfucker, that's worth $400 million to this day that you put in your motherfucking crown. Fuck you, man. Hey, man. I can keep going.
And we acknowledge Queen Zinga.
Yeah. Queen Latifah and Queen Zinga and Queen Nanny. That's it. The rest of you bitches is motherfucking strippers. Strippers and 9 to 5 sheep slaves. You sleep and you sheep and you motherfucking slaves. And you proud of that shit. Anyway, motherfucker, this going online first thing in the morning for y'all dusty ass. I hope this get y'all through the week, man. Stay focused. Share this motherfucker with somebody black, man. Don't get this motherfucker up to the goddamn enemy yet, goddamn. Let the enemy stumble upon us, goddamn it. Don't let them destroy us before we get built up. Send this motherfucker to somebody black, though. And while you at that, send this to somebody black that's brave with heart, man. No more sucker ducks. We can sniff you, motherfucker. You sucker duck niggas don't never type in the comment.
And they'll be on spikes too.
Watching ass niggas. Yeah. They got a big old axe that I'm gonna run from to your when I get to you. Yeah. So anyway,
I think the truth has to get to everybody, no matter what side you on, but the truth is going to remain the truth regardless. And the truth is always going to expose every damn body.
All day. Hey, Superior G. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you, man. As always, man, been my motherfucking right hand man riding the wave with me, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace to the brothers. Peace to the brothers that ain't here tonight. Y'all know the surrounding circle. The Knights of the Round Table, well, the Kings at the Round Table deep down in the Valley of the Kings. Peace to those that ain't here tonight with us, man. Pray everything all well with our folks, man. Peace to the organization that's out there. Shout out to everybody. Yeah. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Complacency kills, man. Stay alert, stay alive, stay dangerous. Outside of that, like we always say, peace. That motherfucking love, man. Peace and love, man. Go back and watch this shit. I've been drinking like a motherfucker.
And it's time for my round. So when I get on Twitch, I know only the people that need to be watching is going to be on, and that's our team.
I know some jewels was dropped tonight. I know that we took a week off. Life got a little speedy. I know that we probably got a little excited and jumped across the board a little bit and put some things out there, but I know it's game. I know it's good game. I know that much. So with that being said, man, before I sneeze on this mother, I'm trying to fight back a sneeze right now. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the organic views, man. Stay with us, man. Big shit coming. Big shit coming. Big shit coming.
Yes, sir.